Never take a shark to the dentist, and other things not to do, by Judi Barrett, with art by John Nicole. How are you today, my friends? How are you today? I hope that you're okay, my friends. Oh, deep in my heart, I want to say, I hope that you're okay today. Oh, deep in my heart, I hope everyone wants to say, or I want to say to everyone, I kind of messed up the direction. I want to say to you and you and you, I hope everyone is okay. That's what I should have done today. Boom, boom. How are you? I'm feeling very wonderful today. I hope you are as well. Never take a shark to the dentist. As you can imagine, today we're going to read a book that is a little bit silly. And the words are very fun, but really, to me, what does all of the wonderful work in this book are the illustrations. So you can see, of course, never take a shark to the dentist. Oh, here comes Baby Sue. You coming in? Come on, Baby Sue. Come on. We'll come say hi. We'll come say hi. Here, come on. Come here. Come say hi. Look, everyone's here. How are you? You always want to come in and see what's happening, right? Curiosity. She's a curious cat. Okay. Anyway, of course, if I asked you, why should you never take a shark to the dentist? Well, you can see what's happening right there. There's a word, it is called peril, P-E-R-I-L. And that is when somebody or something is in immediate danger. And you can see all that shark would have to do would be to lean forward and that's why you should never take a shark to the dentist. Shall we read? All right, I'm going to close the door again. All right, bye, Baby Sue. Thanks for coming in. I thought she was going to want to sit down for a moment, but she really didn't even want to stay in my lap, did she? Never take a shark to the dentist. We already saw that. Reason why. I think it's very silly also that there's still a very tiny little dentist's sink. Here, let me hold from this side. There's a very tiny little dentist sink in the tube with the suction. Is the same size as a human-sized one, even though this shark is so large. And never sit next to a porcupine on the subway. Hey, what's up, Perry? Wait a second. Do you want to say something? I do want to say something. All right, Perry, come on over. Perry's here today, by the way. You know, I don't very much think that's funny. You don't think that one's funny? I don't either. It's interesting to think about that, right? Yeah. Can you tell everybody why this isn't very funny to you? Well, we've had this conversation. In my quills, those are these things. When I'm feeling comfortable and quite happy, my quills don't hurt at all. So in this picture, if this particular aardvark has quills, it's because he did something to that porcupine, because porcupines would never use their quills in this way. I'm really glad that we had Perry to talk about that. So that to you is not a very funny picture. It is not. Okay. Are you comfortable if we continue to read the book? I am. I just wanted to say that about porcupines. And I also want you to know I have a friend who's a shark, and a shark would never bite a dentist. No way. So these humans are being very silly. They are, but the humans don't really know animals, do they? They don't. So what these people are doing, do you remember there's a term we talked about a very long time ago? I do. Do you want to say it or do you want me to say it? You say it. Anthropomorphizing. Yeah, that's a big one. Anthropomorphizing. 6 syllables. I know, 6 syllables. And that's when you put human traits onto an animal, right? Yep. So, really, a shark friend wouldn't go to the dentist at all, would he? Nope. And do you know another interesting thing, Perry? What's that, Greg? Technically, because you're a puppet and I'm a human, and I am supporting you in talking, we are anthropomorphizing you. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Would you like to go over there and have a think about it while I read the book? I would. Okay. You think about that, Perry. Anthropomorphizing you. Ooh. Thanks, Perry. You're welcome. All right. Here we go. What is the next one? Oh, boy. Never go shopping for shoes with a centipede. Do you know why? A centipede has 100 legs, so if you went shoe shopping with a centipede, you would have to try on and potentially buy 50 pairs of shoes, which would be super expensive and take a very long time. Now, interestingly enough, it appears that cockroaches are selling the shoes. Never knit a hat for a moose. Now, this one's very interesting to me. I think the problem is with the frog and the decision to knit across the antlers. I think if I had knit a hat for a moose, I would have made it fit just over his head with perhaps wraparounds or cutoffs for his ears. So the hat could fit here. I think the mistake was not the moose's, but the frog's. I do like how he's balancing the ball of yarn. Never invite an ant on a picnic. See what's happening? The ants, what happens is ants like to get food, right? And they like to bring that food back to the colony, which is way over here. So this ladybug had invited ants to a picnic, but instead of staying to eat the food, the ants are taking all the food and going back to the colony. Now this particular beautiful illustration makes a lot of sense. And here's a silly one. Never take a giraffe to the movies. Do you see what's happening here? You have a giraffe sitting here. And I think it's so silly that the giraffe has a sort of a human-sized cup and has had to piece together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 15 straws to sip. But then none of the bunnies in the theater can see the bunny romance movie because the giraffe's neck is up. Seems to me that the giraffe should have gone to a giraffe movie theater, yeah? And not a bunny movie theater. But these bunnies are all very frustrated. You see how they're all looking at the giraffe. And never play checkers with a spider. This one actually makes sense, huh? Because the spider has 8 legs, so would have an advantage in being able to play checkers. And the other scary thing for this fly is the spider is about to eat 2 flies he caught. So not only is this spider able to use 8 legs, but this fly is terrified. Would you be able to play a game if you were super terrified, if you were scared? No. You'd want to run away. So would I. I wonder what the next one is. Oh boy, I can't even get the page with my finger. Never share your lunch with a pig. Oh, can you imagine what this one is? You know how pigs eat, right? They typically eat out of a slop, is what it's called. It's just, they're kind of messy. And so here we have a sort of a human being cafeteria with cats and dogs, and monkeys, and the pig, of course, is shoving the pig's head into the bag. Way back here we have a mouse with some cheese. There's a cute little bear. Never play double dutch with a grasshopper. You see why? So you start the ropes going, and then the grasshopper just leaves. Oh boy. Never hold hands with a lobster. See, the problem is they're trying to hold hands with the big pinchy claw and not the other arm, which has a smaller, less pinchy claw. All of these animals who have injured their arms and feet and legs and hands are attempting to shake the wrong claw. Isn't that right, Mr. Lobster? Yep. Never take a goat to the library. Do you know why? This one actually is pretty realistic. Goats do like to chew on things, chew on everything, paper and whatnot. There's a little mouse guy with the backpack, and of course the librarian is a wise owl, and the goat is eating all of the books. Never give a moth a sweater for her birthday. You see what's happened? The moth has forks and spoons and has eaten the sweater. Do you know that if we store our sweaters in a closet for too long without these things we call mothballs, or some people use cedar wood, moths like to eat the material, and so that's why you should probably never give a moth a sweater, because the moth would eat it. And apparently you never go to the bank with a raccoon. Do you know why? Do you remember what raccoon? Yeah, it looks like they have a mask. This is actually a really funny photograph, because look, you see the raccoon right over there has just come in to do some banking, but everyone thinks that the raccoon is a bank robber wearing a mask. Oh boy. But always go shopping with a pelican. See why? See how much a pelican can hold? So much. Typically pelicans would be holding water and fish, but here it's all of the things we've gone shopping for. And then the only splash page we have on this book is in the back, but I quite like it. And it's back in the library with all the chewed up books. And this mouse is so cute. And then there's a really beautiful kind of rainbow block here. And the dedication to Sasha and to Brianna. Well, that's a fun, silly little book, right? Perry? Yep. I think that the beauty of reading that book with you nearby was that you were able to chime in to say something. And we had a really nice conversation about animals and about which situations might be more realistic, and which, like for the example for you, right, if you're feeling very comfortable, your quills are quite safe. It's only when you feel like you're in danger that you use them to protect yourself, right? Yep. I never use my quills as a weapon. You don't, do you? They're never used as a weapon. It's only for protection. So in that scene in the subway, we would assume that somebody was threatening you. Yep. And have you thought any more about the fact that you as a porcupine puppet are being anthropomorphized right now by me? Gee, I have thought about it, and I've decided I don't mind. I'm glad. I don't mind either. Nope. This is a beautiful relationship. You are one of my best friends, and you are one of my best friends. I'll get a hug for that. And all of you, we love you. We love you. We love... See, I wore my everyone t-shirt today, which has a beautiful rainbow and the word everyone. Yep. Okay, so it was lovely hanging out with you and reading that fun, silly little book. And I hope that you have a lovely weekend. And I hope that you have a lovely weekend. Oh, thank you. And I hope you and everybody has a lovely weekend. You do. Oh, have a lovely weekend. I hope you will agree. If you have a lovely weekend, next week you will see me. Well, that was a fun little song, Perry. Give me 5. That was lovely, wasn't it? All right. Bye.